Hello, everybody. I am just kind of getting all connected and not really connected. That doesn't make sense. Well, it does to me, but probably not to you. I'm connecting my light pad here, getting ready. I'm running late as usual. I have my sister's kids here, so feeding 8 people, you know, instead of my normal 3, 2. It's just different because you got to make a lot more food, especially my sister's kids. There is 3 boys, and they all eat a lot because they're at that age level. And so, yeah. And then I couldn't decide what I was going to work on because I finished, finally, you guys, I finally finished Nefertiti. Like, finally. That one seemed like it was hanging over my head for the longest time, but I finally got that one all done. And I'm very happy because it was like months, even though I didn't work on it like straight through, it was still months. And even my daughter was like, it seems like you've been working on that for like forever, Mom. I'm like, I know. It does seem like that. But so yeah, when I finish that one, typically I keep my drills, especially if they're from Diamond Art Club. But that time I'm like, I am only keeping the ones that have a good amount of drills in them because some of them were still so mixed up from that big spill I told you guys I had. And so it felt so like such a huge weight to like just throw them in the garbage. I was just so happy. I'm just like chucking them in the garbage. And the whole time I was just like, oh, feels so nice to get rid of all that. And I cleaned up my entire desk, and it was very, very stress relieving. So, hello, Nicole and Ariel. Sorry, I was running a few minutes late. And Linda, welcome. So tonight, I will probably say this. Donnell, welcome. I will probably say this once we get a few more people in here. Now, my normal live time is 6:30, but I have switched it to 6 o'clock. And the reason being is that Jeremy Fryer goes on at 8. And I really like to catch his live if I can as well. And I know there's quite a few of you that do as well. And so because I was doing from 6:30 to 8:30, it was just kind of like overlapping just a little bit. And I thought, you know, I could do from 6 to 8. That way there's not that overlap. So that's why I switched it. And I picked a heck of a week to do it. Who had my sister's kids here. But that's okay. We got it. We're good. We are all good. So yeah, I'm going to work on Angie and Oliver tonight, you guys. I haven't really been able to work on this one much because I have been so busy not just working on the Nefertiti, trying to finish that one, but on my shop and doing all that stuff, and then making inhalers and this, that, and the other thing. I just haven't had time to really work on it. So I only have this top section done, and I've only worked on it 2 times. So that's not bad for only working on it 2 times, but it is like the sparkliest canvas, you guys. I mean, most of Diamond Art Clubs are, but this one is like beyond. And I love her eyelashes. Like, I love them. Welcome. Let's see. I missed some people coming in. Welcome, Christy and Kim and Crafting with Christy and Odd But Nice. Welcome all. Ariel says I have a glass skull. Think I throw the ones with no DMC trash drills. And hold on, let me read that again. Glass skull. I throw the ones. Oh. I see what you're saying. So you throw the other ones in it. But yeah, so the DMC ones are good to keep. But this is kind of what I have done. But only certain ones go in here. And I don't know if you guys remember, it's been a while since I've talked about it, but when this is like full to the top, something special will happen. Will I tell you what that special thing is? No, I will not. I like surprises. So there's only some drills go in here. I'll talk about that on another day on what drills I decide goes in here and what I don't. But I do tend to keep most of my drills if they are quality. If they are not high quality, then I chuck them because it's just not worth it to keep them around if they're not high quality. So I want to show you something. Ariel said, "Oh, Christy, I want to show you something. Prototype of Hello Kitty wax storage is done." Oh, very cool. I know you guys are big Christy. Obviously, you can tell by Crafting with Christy. Her little, I don't know, what do you call that? Little, not emoji, but, you know, her little profile picture or whatever is a Hello Kitty, which obviously she likes Hello Kitty. And hello, Mallory. Diamond Artworks. Her name is Mallory, if you are wondering who I am talking to. And she is also working on Angie and Oliver. You have her face done. I am a little bit jealous because her face is so pretty. Her eyes. I love the way Hannah Lynn does their eyes. I just love how she does them. So I am going to pull out those drills because I haven't had them out for a while. And I have some down kitting I need to do on some projects because then I have some other ones I need to kit up and work on. This is kind of like when I work on Angie and Oliver, it's more just like me wanting to just work on it because I have other ones I need to do more that are, because this one, I don't know where this is going yet. It might be staying right here with me. So I'm not sure, but what I do know is that I have a lot of them that I need to do before Christmas. And so yeah, but I'm going to work on her tonight because I can, and I don't have anything else kitted up. And I could sit here and down kit or kit up, but that's okay. I'm gonna do this. So I don't know if you guys know or have seen or order from a company. It's called Star Roar. It's on Amazon. I have almost all of their pieces that they have. I really, really like them. And one of the things that they have, I love, because I am not a big fan of this clear plastic cover. I know some people really like it and some people really hate it. Well, Star Wars sends with their paintings the opaque covers. And they also started selling them in a pack of 60 of these. So 60 of them were like $9.99, I think is what it was or something. And I love it. There's not a wrong side. Like, you know, sometimes if you put the plastic down wrong on certain diamond paintings, it's like, well, you're screwed. There's not a wrong side. I love using them. I use them usually just like in the row I'm doing. But it helps so much. Plus, if you do like sections or something, you can use them for like just doing sections. It works that way too. But there we go. So fair warning, and this is what I was going to say. I'll probably say a couple times as we might, get more and more people in. We'll see. But because I have, extra kids here, it might not be as quiet as it normally is. Not that it's normally quiet, but when you have 6 kids here and they're all playing and excited and happy and all that good stuff, there is bound to be some happiness and there's bound to possibly be some upsetness. So fair warning is that you might hear some kiddos in the background. But I already fed them, so they should be good to go. They should be good to go in that respect, but yeah. All right, so I have some already out here. Okay. Let me see here. I got some really cool looking drills this week, you guys. I mean, cover minders this week. And I'm very excited about some of them. And cool thing that I am doing this week, end of the week, that I just got invited to today, is so because I sell the cover minders also as a refrigerator magnet, I was invited to do a craft show and sell my stuff. So I am really freaking excited because I have a lot of stuff that would be, you know, really fun to take and see what other people think besides the diamond painting community. A lot of it is, you know, like I said, I sell them on Etsy also as refrigerator magnets. So like, you don't have to be into diamond painting to appreciate a cube magnet. And I'm going to show you like a lot of the new inventory later, but like, I mean, who couldn't get excited about like coffee bean magnets? Yeah, that's what they are. Coffee bean, cover minders, magnets, whatever. I love them. I'm actually going to use one tonight. And all of my magnets are very strong. And they actually they're so strong that if you put them together, like when they're apart and they snap together, it'll actually shatter. They will actually break because they are that, like they go together that hard because they're so strong. And I need to get some more of those out, actually. I know I've got more of them. Oh, there we go. And I also... So anyways, what I was going to say, though, about that, if there is a particular cover binder you have been like eyeing or waiting to buy for some reason, and you either want to get it before Friday or you would like me to hold it for you, I will do that because I have a feeling a lot of that, you know, I don't want to sell out on something that you guys might want as well. And then have to wait forever for me to get it in because some of the stuff I get is from AliExpress. And as we all know, AliExpress can take a day and a year to come. So, but I got lots of coffee beans. I got like 24 coffee beans, so we should be pretty set for those. Oh goodness. So last week when I was showing you guys all my new cover minders and I was going to show you the interchangeable ones and I couldn't find them. And I was super stressed about it. I got off live and I was like, oh my gosh, where are they? I know I just had them. And I forgot that I had moved them. So I did find them, but it was like, you know, a couple minutes too late. That's okay though. We'll look at those today. All right. I'm going to catch up on my chat. I have my base one for my father-in-law. Your base one? Are you saying? Do you mean the bass one? Are you talking about the diamond painting, Mallory? Because I got that the bass one as well, if that's what you're talking about. For my brother-in-law. And yeah, Star Wars does have their own site. They're on Amazon, but if you can't find like what you're looking for on Amazon, they do have their own site. It was funny too, because when I bought something from them from their actual site, it came in an Amazon package. And I was like, what the heck? What did I order from Amazon? And I'm thinking like, did I I don't know. I couldn't figure out what I ordered from them. And that's when I figured out it was Star Wars. They just still, you know, do it with the Amazon packing. So, so what are you doing to your diamond painting? I'm confused. Hold on. I'm working on the special drills. Owl, that is almost done. Mallory, are you talking to me? You said, what are you doing to your diamond painting? I'm very confused. Because maybe I didn't read up ahead enough. I don't know. Prototype Hello Kitty wax storage. I don't know. I'm lost, guys. I'm lost. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna keep reading. I'm working on a specials. It is almost done. What are you doing with your DB? I can't wait. Where at? You should go for sure. Okay, back chit-chatting with Anna and the other thing, the 3D print. I so want a 3D printer. And Mallory, you should be getting yours. You are where? I can't remember where you live, Mallory, off the top of my head. So, Chrissy, I looked I have gone through, so in my Etsy inbox, my message inbox, I check that about 3 to 4 times a day. And I also check my messaging inbox. And so I'm not sure how I missed it or what. Guys, have you got your pen? I cannot wait for mine. Both of you guys should be getting your packages any day. Oh, so you got 2 of them. You got the bass one for your father-in-law and your husband? Or are they just both fishermen? So you got it for your father-in-law, but they're both fishermen. I see. Yeah, so the hair is, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. There is confetti in it, but it's as Miss Coffee says, respectable. It's not bad. Especially because so I turned the painting sideways actually on purpose because a lot of the drills that are all multiples go this way. And so it's easier for me, my personal preference. It's easier for me to hold my pen and do multiples this way rather than it is to do them this way. And so it's actually not too bad. But a lot of Hannah Lynn's hair ones, or the hair in Hannah Lynn's are, if you saw my unboxing that I did earlier of Hannah Lynn's, that one definitely has some confetti in the hair, but it's going to be gorgeous. I cannot wait to work on that one. Cannot wait. Devin Arcs have got their going through, Beth. If you have any wax storage shapes you want to see, let me know either here or Messenger. Okay, I'll message you later, Ariel, about that. I'll send via Messenger. That's so weird. Okay, so one thing I have noticed, though, about Facebook messaging is if it's a new person, but it's weird, though, because we've talked before. If it's a new person, it doesn't go, it doesn't, just pop up. And I don't see anything. I'm looking on my Facebook Messenger, and I don't have any new messages. I got nothing from you, Christy. Yeah, I don't see anything here. So that's one thing that I have noticed, and I don't know how to even get to those other ones. It just shows up sometimes, and I'm like, oh crap, I got that message a couple days ago. But honestly, though, the easiest way to message me right now is probably through my Etsy store because I do check those pretty frequently, just so that if someone has a question or anything like that, I can get to them pretty quickly. I saw that my items have shipped. Wait for the turkey to use this month. Yes, everybody except for I think the orders I got today and yesterday have not shipped, but everybody else's have shipped except for I believe one, and that was because I had an issue with the address, and I figured it out now, but Etsy was kind of being wonky for shipping. Like I just didn't like how they were doing the shipping. And so I changed my shipping pricing, if I could talk, from it going from it was going by weight, but I feel like Etsy was just overcharging or something. I don't know. I didn't like how it was doing it. I really didn't. And I just felt like, I don't know. I try really hard to be fair and, you know, do pricing that's good. You know what I mean? Like yes, obviously I do have to make a profit. Otherwise it's not a business. But at the same time, I try to keep that pricing like fair. So I changed my shipping from what it was doing to a flat rate ship of $4.99. So it doesn't matter what you order. You can order my whole dang store and it would still be $4.99 to ship it. So, and then international shipping is flat rate $14.99. So either way, it's flat rate. And I think that's going to work a lot better. At least I think so. Anyways. Right as you went live, I bought the Hello Kitty cup. Oh, I'm so happy. I think I just got it. My phone like does this cha-ching sound every time I get an order. And I just heard that little cha-ching sound. So that would probably be you. And I am so thrilled for you because when I put it up, I was really hoping that like it wouldn't get sold before you were able to buy it because I know how much you really wanted that cup. And I will, like I said, I'm going to do some of the Shine Shop designs later on, but I will show you what she's talking about. If you haven't been to my store in the past few days, then you have not seen these yet. So first up, here is the donut, which is like the Hello Kitty. As I drop it. Yep. So here's like the donut that's like the Hello Kitty colors. And then here is the little Hello Kitty mug. So it's a little mug, just like those Starbucks ones that I have, but it's Hello Kitty. Isn't that adorable? I love it. And yeah, the first person I thought was Christy. And so I messaged her about it. And so I'm so happy that you were able to get that. I only have one left now, but I should be getting a couple more. They're hard to find. Like I search and search for my stuff. So yeah. Oh, that was your order, Miss Coffee. Let me see. I do have a couple. Gotcha. So guys, now if you want one of those Hello Kitty cups, you will be having to wait for my next order because I think that they're both sold. But I am getting more, and I think I should get them at the beginning of this week. But yeah, those are definitely, they're definitely going to be ones that are coming back. And then this is the other one Miss Coffee just got. And I love it because I've been using it for my wax. So it's a book. It's like an antique, like magical book kind of a thing. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But it opens up, and so you can put like your wax in it, or you can technically use it for your drill trash if you wanted to. I don't care. But then it's magnetic. So it has two magnets here, and so it closes, keeps your wax in there, keeps it from getting like gross and stuff. And so that is one I like, and it's nice and heavy, so it doesn't move around so much. And yeah, the other one that I had an issue with, I showed you guys last week, was this adorable kitty. But last week you saw the kitty with the fish tank with it, and it wouldn't work. Like I went through a few of them trying to make it work, and the fish tank kept breaking off. And so eventually I decided, yeah, I'm going to have to just leave it at the kitty, unfortunately, because I just couldn't get the other part to work, which was frustrating. But, you know, you live, you learn. So, just placed it 2 seconds ago. Thank you, Miss Coffee, for that order. I appreciate it. And welcome, by the way, as well. Hope you're having a good day. I have to hide the wax because fur gets in the wax, and that's why I was putting it in. It's just like a boring little. It's just this plastic thing, and that's what I have been keeping my wax in, which it works, and it works really well. But I like the other ones better. I thought about doing it here and then maybe putting something on the front just to make it kind of funner. I don't know, but yeah, that's that is how I was holding it. And I got these from the dental wax because when I do my AB drills, if I have a problem with the AB drills pulling my wax out, then I use the dental wax because it doesn't do that, which is really nice. So just going to put this reminder out there because we have had quite a few more people comment in. Welcome, Crystal. If I have missed you, I apologize. Oh, Aussie girl, welcome. But so if you weren't here in the beginning, I am watching my nieces and nephews. So I have 6 kids right now, more than I'm used to. And just got done feeding them all dinner. They are in the bedroom playing, but with that many kids in the house, like you're bound to hear some sound. So, I mean, there's bound to be something, either whether it be exciting and they laugh and giggle and get excited, or someone gets hurt and there's tears. There's bound to be something when you have that many kids in one place and 2 dogs and a cat and a husband. So yeah, if you can't handle that, I apologize, but this ain't the live for you. And thank you, Mallory. I appreciate it. I was super excited when I went to the store the other day and I found those Harry Potter pens. I know I'm going to get reamed for this. I have not seen Harry Potter yet. But I want to because it seems like a movie that's been done really well. And I really like most genres of movies. I just haven't seen it. I don't know. I just haven't, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why, but I haven't. But I know it's a huge, huge deal. And I sold out of those pens really fast. I was able to get a couple more today. So I have one of each of the characters. So I have one Harry, and then I don't remember how to say the other 2 names. It's like Dimpledore or something, and Hermione, or I don't know. I know I'm pronouncing them wrong. I know. But those are the 2. And here's what they look like. So there's the girl. And then there is Dimpledore, whatever his name is. So I have one of these. I have one of these, and I have one Harry left. One of each. So if you want one of these hot bad boys, you best get it soon because, like I said, they go really fast. And I do ship them with this entire you get what you see here is what you get. You get the whole case and everything. The only thing that's different about it is I have black ink down here. I have it crossed off, obviously, because it is not a regular pen. But yeah, those ones are definitely popular. All right, somebody said that they were late, and I'm trying to find out who was. Okay, so the Brooke Project, welcome. And no biggie being late. You said you have 2 kids. Or hold on. You didn't say that. Mallory said I have 2 kids. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes I feel like, and I know other moms are going to attest to this as well, is like you might have 2 kids, but sometimes it feels like you have 6. And then when you have 6 kids in your house, sometimes it feels like you have 12. Like it's yeah. It just is what it is. Welcome, Diane. Hello. I hope you're doing well today. That's my mom's name, by the way, Diane. And every time I see your name, it makes me think of my mama. Sometimes she sneaks in here and she hides. And I know that because one time after a live, she messaged me something about how we had pizza. I'm like, how do you know we had pizza for dinner? She's like, well, you said so in your live. I'm like, I did not know you were in there. I didn't know that you were watching me. But me and my mom talk all the time, so it surprised me that she was in there because we see each other all the time. So, and she doesn't diamond paint. I've tried to get her to, but she's too busy, she says. But she is busy, but yeah. The project, I run a daycare from my home. I know how that is. Yes. And God bless you for running a daycare because, man, I have my early childhood degree because that's what I wanted to do was like run an in-home daycare because that way I could be at home with my kids. And I've worked in numerous daycares. I've been a nanny and all that good stuff. And yeah, daycares are one place that can be crazy. And it's one place that and there's a lot of controversy over like this about the daycares with having charging because yeah, you're taking care of like their most prized possession. And so people complain about high cost, but at the same time too, it's like, well, it's hard to, my gosh, my mouth won't work today. It's also the other side of that is, well, it doesn't make sense to pay somebody else to watch your kids like a lot of money to when you're not even making money because you're basically paying your daycare worker to go to work. But being on the side of it that I worked in the daycare, it is frustrating. The whole financing, I think, over daycare is kind of a hot topic for some. It was when we studied it when I was in school, actually. She says, hold on. Mallory, I think you ordered Harry. I'm pretty sure you ordered Harry. Because I had them in there so that you could choose. So I didn't just like pick one and send it, they were a choice. At first I only had Harry, and then when I went back to get more Harry, and I was literally going to like buy all of them that they had, and I picked them up and I was like, oh, there's other characters too here. So that is when I got more. So I think you had already bought yours actually at that point. So and let me see. Yeah. Nicole says, it is hard, but when you get great kids and great parents, it makes it all worth it. Very true. She also said above that, and I missed it, some days are great, some days I need a stiff drink after. That, yeah. I could see that. There were days where you want to pull your hair out, which there are days like that just watching my own kids at home. There are days where, I remember when my kids were little, especially like that my husband would come home from work after me being home with the kids all day, and I literally would just fall apart. Like I would just start crying. Like I need a break. Like I just need a break. When it was just my son, he was super easy. My daughter, on the other hand, was not an easy baby. She was one of those babies that wanted to be moving all the time and didn't sleep well she still, I don't know. She has never been a good sleeper at night. She just hasn't been. And when she was a baby, she did not sleep through the night until she was 11 months old. Now, my son, he started sleeping through the night. He slept 6 hours at a week and a half old straight. And then by 2 weeks old, he was sleeping 8 hours at night. And I was like, dang, I'm lucky. I knew I was at that point. Then I had my daughter, and it was all different. It was all different. Oh, I got these new tweezers, and I am going to put them up in my store. They are metal tweezers. They're not quite as thick as the black ones are, like these ones, but they are metal and they're like really good sturdy tweezers. Like I've been using them like regularly now. It's really hard to see them though in my camera. They are like a blue, purple, yellow rainbow. They're really, really pretty. I have really, really enjoyed working or using it. It's just kind of a fun, I don't know. It's just a fun thing, I guess. Because the other tweezers work just fine, but those ones have a little bit of a splash of color on them. Makes it more fun to use, but. And I probably will be putting those up soon. There it is. I couldn't find my cider. All right, who here drinks cider in the fall? Or year round, I guess. Winter too. I'm gonna catch up here real quick on my chats here. Brooke says it is hard, but I already read that one. And then Mallory said my daughter is having me play with Barbie right now, and she's only 4 years old. Yeah, I remember those days. My daughter really never got really into Barbies though. When I was a kid, I loved Barbies when I was a little girl. Loved them. My daughter has my old Barbies. But yeah, she never got really into them. She never got into dolls much either, but getting into welcome season in the pharmacy world soon. Where is plans change? So I'm gonna be with you on that drink soon. Yeah, Ariel, I wonder because I go to our pharmacy, somewhat regularly because all of Maddie's stuff it doesn't run out together, which is really annoying. So I go, but it's not very far away. So, but I know our pharmacist well, and when I went the other day and they were so busy, and I asked them why, it was because they do flu shots at Walgreens, which is where I go. And they were so insanely busy. I felt so bad. So do you do flu shots where you are, Ariel? So yeah, she's a lab tech, those of you that didn't know. All right, Debbie, welcome. I'm such a homebody. I hated working in general. I never got along with anyone and hated my bosses. I love staying home. Yeah, so Brooke, and you get to be your own boss because it's your own, you get to be the boss of the kids and you get to be your own boss. You don't have anybody looking over your shoulder. And that's something that always made me nervous, like when people were always looking over my shoulder. I was a nanny for a long time for these 2 doctors. Loved working for them. They were great, great people. Loved the kids. And they also lived on a lake. Like their house was literally on the lake. They had boats. They had a courtyard, a tennis court, basketball court. They had a hot tub. Anyways, and I had my room downstairs. I didn't live with them, but I stayed with them a lot because if they were both on call, because they were both doctors. But when they were on call, so they'd be home and I would be there, it just, even though like I wasn't doing anything wrong, it just always made me nervous. Like having them just be kind of there, at least at first, till I got to know them really well, and then it didn't anymore because it was just kind of like hanging out with friends and family. But I remember at first that made me really nervous, and that's kind of my last like real job that I had until then. I got married and pregnant and have been a stay-at-home mom. I do wedding cakes though, and birthday cakes and cookies and all that kind of stuff just out of the home, like as a word of mouth. So I've done that for quite a while now, but other than that, like I pretty much just have been a homemaker, which is work in itself in a whole other way. All right, let me go back. I'm getting behind again. Nuclear healthcare too. I love getting to watch the daycare kids grow and learn and just watching their imaginations grow. I know one of my favorite thing about kids and my favorite ages is like right around 18 months when they start like really learning and talking and like becoming little people. That is like one of my favorite things is watching them grow. Um, into like from these little babies to like these little human beings that are so cute and so smart. And I don't know. I love when they start talking and when they're learning how to talk. Then when they know how to talk, like right now, like my 13-year-old, I wish I wouldn't have taught him how to talk because ooh, sometimes that boy, he gets on my last nerve. On Halloween, if you were in my life on Halloween, you know that I was getting annoyed with him. He was like, he doesn't stop sometimes. He just goes and goes and it's like, ugh. So Mallory says, my daughter didn't sleep through the night until she was 12 months. LOL. Yeah. And that LOL is probably more like a because that's how I felt at least. I remember there were nights where I would nurse her and then I would just be sitting in the rocking chair, like literally just crying with her. I'm like, I haven't slept in what feels like years. And, you know, when it's your first baby, it's different because you can just sleep when they sleep. You know, when they take a nap during the day, you can take a little snooze. But when it's not your first kid and you have, you know, a 3-year-old, you can't do that. And so it's different. And yeah, I remember feeling because my husband, he didn't get up with the kids at night. First of all, I was nursing them, so he couldn't really do that. And he worked outside of the home, and so I was the one getting up at night with the kids all the time. Still do, even on the weekends. Now, they're not babies anymore, but I still have to get up and check Maddie's blood sugars twice a night, make sure she good. And I think that, hold on, let me read this real quick. I do the promising hands. My family collection Barbies is growing to sell when I get older, so I literally have at least 1,000 Barbies. Oh my gosh, 1,000 Barbies? That's a lot of Barbies. Where the heck do you keep them all? Yeah, that's a lot of Barbies. Then Brooke said, yep, I really struggled working for other people. My daycare is what I've always wanted to do. I opened my daycare 1 month after me and my hubby bought our new house 3 years ago. Well, that's awesome. And congratulations that it's still going. Nanelle says, when I was little, we played with Barbies too, but we used to see new outfits set in the, in the 18th letters style. We had crafting town and backstory for every person. That's awesome. Now that's an imagination. Crafting with Chrissy says my toddler is starting to talk back. Welcome to that. They do when they hit like, you know, well, you know what I always say. Whoever said and came up with the terrible twos, child didn't make it to 2 or to 3. I mean, because 3 is much worse than 2. So I don't know what they were talking about when they said terrible 2s. It's not terrible 2s, it's terrible 3s. So their kid just must not have made it all the way till 3 or something. I don't know. Because that's my opinion anyways. Not just with my kids, but kids I worked with, my friends' kids, like 3 years old seems to be that time, especially when they start like testing boundaries and pushing back and back talking and, you know, thinking like they have more independence than they do and all that good stuff. Right now, I watch almost 4-year-olds with my nephew and almost 3-year-old, 6-year-old sister, and really enjoying the older sister baby toys and equipment. More dinosaurs, cars, all that good stuff. I'm sure you have a plethora of toys in your house, Brooke, because you kind of have to when you have a daycare. Ariel said, Miss Coffee, Ariel, she got 1,000 Barbies. That's insane. So your grandma has most of them at her house? Wow, that's crazy. They're all in their boxes still? What? So did you never even play with them? Because my Barbies, you guys, they're not like, yeah, they're not sell-worthy Barbies. I played with them. I played with Barbies like a lot. And I tried to get my daughter into them actually for a while because I liked them when I was a kid. That was one of my favorite things to do. And especially because I grew up on a road with boys and I was like a really big tomboy when I was little. But when I did have like a little girlfriend to play with, like that was my favorite thing to do was play Barbies. I loved playing Barbies. Barbies in a house. That was kind of like, that was what I liked to do. My sister liked to just sit and read. And I did not like to read very much unless I had to. I was never a good reader. And I still have a hard time sometimes reading. My mind likes to wander. That happens when you have ADD or ADHD. Let's see. So true with kids. Daddies don't get up. Nope, daddies don't get up. I mean, some do. I can't say that for sure. I mean, my cousin, she married a guy who is amazing. He's a stay-at-home dad, and he is the one that does like all of that. Like all of that stuff that that typically the mom does, he does. And I'm like, he cooks, he cleans, he takes care of the kids, and she works. And I'm like, man, you are so lucky. Even before they had kids, when they were both working, he did all the cooking. And I'm like, dang, she lucked out. She lucked out. Because I do everything here. My husband works. And the only household chore I ask him to do is fill up the dog water because it is one of those like huge jugs. Like, I don't even know how many gallons it is. It's one of those really, really big ones. And it is hard for me to flip over and not spill everywhere. And so that is like really the only thing that I ask him to do. My son does the trash, and both kids now do chores regularly at their age, but yeah, I do everything else. So he makes the moolah and I spend it. Ariel says I do have like 30 to 40 at my house right now that I need to list. Yeah, it sounds like it, especially if they're just in their boxes. Crystal says I have a terrible 6. He was fine with first 5 years. Now he talks back and screams at the top of his lungs. Yes. I feel you because my son did that too at 6. I think in kindergarten too, they kind of go through that, like they're at school and they kind of have that independence and they start thinking they have more independence than they actually do. And I remember some temper tantrums with my son. My daughter, she gets it quicker. When we say, when we tell her to knock it off, she gets it quicker. My son, he does not get it. Now, granted, she's 10, he's 13. So there is that age difference. He's definitely a teen. But, and hello, I missed somebody. Hold on. Crane's Creations. Welcome. I don't really, I keep what they play with and nothing really more. My motto is one toy is one toy out. Ever sessions change, like through and past what they don't play with. I have a small space. That's a good idea though. Too many toys is just, it gets cluttered and then I don't think they get played with anyways when you have too many because they can't find them. When they have less and there's less option, I think that it's easier for them to like pick what they're going to play with, At least that's my opinion on that. But my kids have never had like a huge amount of toys and they've always been very happy with what they've had. And they'll go through, if we feel like they have too many, we'll go through them and put like a bunch of them in a box and put them out in storage. And then in like 6 months, we'll bring them inside and like switch them. And to the kids, it feels like they just got a bunch of new toys. And it kept things like interesting. And they didn't get bored with them that way. And I wasn't constantly buying them new things. So, and now at their age, well, for a while now, though, they've had to do things to earn money to get what they want, because I think that teaching them the value of $1 is huge. And I also think that they take care of their stuff better when they pay for it themselves. They know how long it took them to earn it and all that. So my daughter right now has a little job with our neighbor lady. She has a dog, and her husband has been in a nursing home for a while because he had a really bad stroke. She's not able to walk the dog regularly because she works. And so Maddie does it every day and makes $2 a day. So for her age, she's making $60 a month. I would say that's pretty good for her age. She's only 10. And she saves it. She's good about it. She'll figure out something she wants and she'll save it till she gets it. My son's not like that. He gets it and wants to spend it. He has something to spend it on all the time. I'm just trying to get caught up here. That's when my 4-year-old back talking. Be right back. Funny toddlers, some more screaming. Gotta make sure Kitty didn't get stuck somewhere. Okay, I will do that. Or you do that, I mean. That's not a good thing. Animals screaming is never a good sound. And they don't usually do it for no reason. They aren't like kids. I mean, they'll bark at random stuff, like dogs and stuff, and meow and all that, but they don't usually scream. So I went to the store today to get, by the way, guys, because I do keep having to stop to like read chat because my stuff's here, and then over this way is where my computer is. I need to turn my phone on actually so that I can read chat that way, because I'm having to stop and go over and like, because my eyes are not what they used to be. And so I can't see the chat until I like fully stop and like lean over it, making me feel old. Okay, that just plugged in good. So when I went to the store today to see if they had any more of those Harry Potter pens, this is annoying to me, and I don't understand how it happens. Now, granted, I understand mistakes are made, computer programs, all of that are not perfect, but I had called ahead and called in my daughter's insulin. We had been using the pen, where basically it comes in like the insulin comes in like a cartridge that you put inside the pen, and then it does it all there. But now she's been back on her pump for a while, so we were getting the vial of insulin, which is like the bottle. I got to take a drink. Hold on. Okay, so that's more like a bottle. It's easier to get the insulin out of it with the syringe. So I called them yesterday, and I was like, I need to, put the refill in, and I need it to be the bottle. Well, last time I did that, they did the cartridges, and I was just like, I didn't want to wait for them to fix it. I just took it and dealt with it, because I can still get the insulin out of the cartridges. It's just not as easy. But anyways, so this time I called them ahead of time, and I was like, I told them. So they had it ready. So we went to my niece's birthday party this morning at 10:30. They had like a little brunch birthday party for her. And then my kids stayed there for the afternoon, and me and my husband ran some errands, which was actually really nice. I don't remember the last time me and my husband ran errands together, because typically when I run my errands, he's working. And so we ran errands anyway. So I went to after I dropped some stuff off at the post office, I went to Walgreens, and I told him, I was like, I already have it ready. I already called it in and they said that it's ready to go. Shouldn't be in there very long. So I go in and it was like this whole big thing. So I don't know why, but every single time lately she has a new prescription, even though they said that it's computer automated to run both of our insurances because we have a primary and then a secondary. It never does. And it literally took them like 30 minutes to get it to work. So I get all that, no big deal. But I was like, I had to do it and I felt bad. But otherwise, that insulin was going to cost us $235 for 1 month. 1 month of insulin that she can't live without. And it makes me really sad that, I mean, what if you couldn't afford that? That is something that you have to live if you're a type 1 diabetic. And that's a lot of money. It just blows my mind. But anyways, we luckily were able to figure it out. But it did bring me back to the days that when we didn't have a secondary insurance and we had to pay for that, we were paying like $450 a month for her stuff out of pocket every single month. And hold on one sec, guys. I got to go and check something. I will be right back. Maddie, are you guys, were you getting something up in the closet? Is that why that loud sound was? Like, okay. Just be careful. It sounded like the wall was being scratched. Okay, sorry, guys. I heard the sound that it sounded like somebody was like, I don't know, going like that on the wall, like scratching the wall. We live in an apartment. We don't own it. I don't want to pay a bunch of money because the walls are damaged. But anyways, so it took me like forever to get it done. So I knew my husband was going to be like thinking in the car that I was just shopping or something. And then I get up to the checkout and there's like a huge line up front. And I had a few things. And so I'm standing in line and this woman comes through and she's like very obviously blind. She's carrying a dog. So not a seeing eye dog because she's carrying it. It's a little dog. But she has one of the canes and she's walking through. Well, she had like, I think it was probably her boyfriend or I don't know, maybe brother or friend, whoever it was, person with her, like kind of holding her arm, guiding her through. Now, granted, she looked like she had not been blind very long, just by the way she like carried herself, walked, and the way her eyes were. Like her eyes were wide open. They didn't look like somebody that was born blind. Of course, I'm not a medical profession. I don't know, but that would be my take on it. But anyway, she comes in and he's just genuinely like trying to help her and he's holding her arm and they're going by, there's like in the store, there's like this, there's a checkout here and then there's a checkout here and there's this like island kind of a thing. Well, they're going around the island and she's like, are you telling me I'm not even in the store yet? And he's like, you're in the store. We just have to go around this. And she's like, but I can hear that the cashiers are behind us. He goes, they are, but we have to go like this way to get to them. And she's like, why? I don't understand why we can't just go through here. He's like, because there's an island right there. You can't get there. And so she's getting that. And so he's like he grabs her arm to try to like show her to turn. And she's like, don't touch me. And she's like, don't you touch me. She goes, you just tell me, go right or left. And so he's like, go right. So she turns right and she's walking and they're behind me and they had one thing in their hand and I had like a cart of stuff. So I was like, go ahead and go in front of me. I try to do that. It's, polite if I have a bunch of stuff and they have one thing. And so they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. No big deal. So they start going around me and he again tries to like grab her arm to show her where to go. And she's yelling at him again, don't touch me. And he's like, sorry. And so he's like, go forward. And then he's like, stop. So she stops and she's looking this way. and the cashier is this way. And the cashier, he's like, I'm over here, so that she could like follow his voice. Well, the guy she was with, he goes, she's blind. And the girl, oh my gosh, you guys, I have never seen somebody throw such a fit. She goes, are you effing kidding me? Of course I'm effing blind. You think he can't effing see that? I'm carrying a cane. And the guy's like, I'm sorry. And the cashier is like, he goes, I knew you were blind. I was just showing you so you could follow my voice. And the girl's like, I know. And she goes, what's your name? And he's like, David. She's like, David. Oh, David, you just don't get it. I just do not understand how he doesn't understand how people obviously know I'm blind. And the cashier is just like, oh my gosh. And she's not just talking. She is like yelling all of this. She has got the entire store's attention by now. So she's standing there, and the cashier, I don't know, he says something to her, and she's like, oh, well, then I need a drink so I can get cash back or something. I don't know. And he's like, yeah. So she tells her friend or whoever it was, she's like, go grab a pop or something. Just grab a pop. I don't care what it is. Just get one. And he's like, okay. So he goes and gets one, and he brings it back. And she's like, what'd you get? And he was like, a Coke. She goes, you know I hate Coke. Why'd you get Coke? And he's like, you said just grab something. And she's just kind of like, kind of getting all mad. So then as she's paying her dog, she's put her dog down. I was behind her. And her dog was like literally jumping all over me. Not just like sniffing me or something, was literally jumping all over me. And I was just ignoring it. Like, I knew she was oblivious to it. She had no idea what was happening. And the guy was like, I don't know what the dog's name was, but he called to the dog, was like, stop bugging her. And then the gal turns to the guy and he's like, don't you talk to my dog. I was like, oh my gosh. And then she's backing up. And she runs right into me. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's all right. No big deal. And she's like, you ran me into a person. And the guy's like, you told me not to touch you. And she goes, yeah, but I didn't think you'd run me into somebody. It was just, I've never seen anybody throw such a fit and be so loud and so mean to somebody. This poor guy was just trying to help her. Now, granted, I do understand like I said, she looked like she hadn't maybe been blind for that long. So she probably like was really frustrated with her situation, but man, was she taking it out on this poor guy. And he was so embarrassed. Like, he looked so embarrassed by the way she was acting. And I would have been too, though. I mean, I don't know. I don't throw fits ever in public. I mean, like, but she did not care who heard her, and it was pretty obvious. But she didn't have to see anybody's reactions, I guess. But it was an interesting time in the store today. Interesting things that I saw. Hello, Caitlin. Welcome. Sorry, I was yakking. And welcome, Debbie and Little Miss Priss. Welcome. Little Miss Priss says, I would have had to leave her there. Yeah, I would have, if I was that guy, though, I would have wanted to leave her there. Like, I would have been like, dude, if you can do this by yourself, go right ahead. I'll be in the car. Like, but, I mean, granted, yeah, she was blind. And like I said, like, she was probably just thoroughly frustrated by her situation, but very much taking advantage of and taking it out on this guy who's genuinely seemed to be just trying to help her. But I think she maybe wanted a little more, I don't know, independence with it all or something. But man, did she handle herself in a lovely way. I don't think I've ever seen anybody act that way in a store before. Granted, I've seen some people do weird things and act inappropriately. She was very harsh. Very harsh. and cussing him out. I would have been like, don't let me run into somebody. Don't let me go. Like, I'm like the type of person that would be the opposite of that. I would be annoying because I would want that person to, like, you know, hold my hand or hold on to me so that I didn't get lost but I guess I'm not as independent as some. Not as some. I've gotten a lot more independent though lately over the past couple years with like doing things that I didn't used to feel I had like the confidence to do, like around the house. And when we moved into this apartment a year ago, I literally hung every single thing on the wall except one mirror because that mirror was like 100 pounds and I could not lift it and hang it at the same time. So my husband had to help me with that one. But everything else, like I hung up, I rearranged, I did everything. I was very proud of myself because I have never done that before. My husband has always been the one to hang up everything. I need my little trash can because I've got some trash. And I'm not using my normal one. I have my trash can right now, but I want to try this thing out. This is like an old pill bottle thing. Not pill bottle. It's a pill, you know, like the pill things you put pills in and then you screw on the top and it's like a keychain. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that, but hello, Mickey Sunshine. Welcome. I don't know if anybody has seen that, but I lost the top to it. And I'm like, that would make a good little trash, good little trash collector. It's just like a little red cylinder thing. So now I have one more thing to use because I have a bazillion that I use, but okay, where is that color that I was going to go and do? There's that trash piece. So who saw the release today? If you are a Diamond Ruby member, who saw the release from Diamond Art Club today, the tree, and just about have a asthma attack? Nitro bottles. Oh yeah. Welcome, by the way, Creative Granny. Welcome, welcome. And Robin. And Ariel says, oh my gosh, Obi just dropped his new twist tie in the toilet and is yelling again. Boyfriend and roommate are bad at closing the lid. Yeah, boys are bad sometimes. My husband's pretty well trained. I don't think he ever really leaves his or leaves the seat up anymore. Did when we first got married, but Debbie says, I wish that Miss don't let me do things on my own, but really I do good. The MS, yeah, that MS that's a nasty disease. When I was 28, I was having a lot of symptoms that people with MS have, and I was actually told, like, yeah, you know, like the doctor told me he was like 99% sure that I had MS, but they had to do the test, the MRI to prove it. And I literally had like prepared myself and pretty much thought like, well, I have it obviously because the doctor is telling me that I do. And did the test and I do not have MS. I have this other really weird thing that I cannot pronounce that mimics like the beginning symptoms of MS, like the muscle stuff. But I remember researching a lot about MS, and that is not an easy disease to have to go through. So my sympathies go out to you for sure. All right, hold up. At least my chat's going fast on me, and I'm not good at this. I'm just not very good at it. All right. Probably already said, but did you finish Denver Tea? Diane, I did. Yes, I finished Nefertiti last night. So excited to do that. I was like literally throwing a happy dance. Throwing a happy dance? That didn't make any sense. I was throwing a party doing my happy dance. I just threw my pen on the ground. Yes, I was so excited to finish that one, you guys. Oh, it was, it just took forever. Forever. And it was all my fault that it took forever. I mean, it really was. So thank you, Mallory. Appreciate it. And yeah, that one. Okay, so typically Nefertiti I could have had done in like 5 days. With like my speed of things. That's typically how long it would have taken me. But I had that really bad spill. So I basically didn't want to work on it because I would have had to go through all the drills. So it sat there for a good long while. Then I tried to work on it, but it was really frustrating because of the drills. So I finally contacted Diamond Art Club, and they gave me replacement drills. So all was good in the hood at that point, and then I spilled them again. Not like I did the first time, but everything was just so combobulated. That's my word. It was just all like, there was so many drills that had other drills in them, and it was just a mess. And it took me so much longer than it should have taken me to finish it because everything felt really unorganized. And I get really like anxious and stressed out when there's like unorganized, something that's unorganized. Like right now, I'll show you this. Oh, no judgment, no judgment. But if you see right over here, let me move my cup. See this right here? This is giving me like extreme anxiety lately because this is so like, it just looks so unorganized. But it's not unorganized. It's actually fairly organized. I know where everything is. I know what I need. I know where it goes, but it needs to be cleaned up. And like, that's something I'll probably do tonight. But so any little bit of like disorganization or anything like that like gives me anxiety. And so because there was disorganization with the drills, it was just giving me bad anxiety, and so I just didn't want to work on it. I was having no like motivation to sit down and work on it, but finally finished it, and all the drills that were like mixed up with each other went into my trash can. Yeah, I was like, I am not going through these, not gonna do it. Okay, going back to my question. Nicole has her hand raised. Yes. Robin says I did. Diane says I can't wait till Monday. Then you'll be a Ruby. Is that because you're gonna buy the tree, Diane? I'm back. What did I miss? Diamond Artworks. You didn't miss much. Just me yakking. Little Miss Pris says that she did. Who bought it though? Who ordered it? Who ordered it? Debbie Small says, oh my, I should have proofread that. I type things all the time and they're so messed up because I use the voice to text, you know how you'll like you'll text somebody by saying it. I do that all the time, and I am not good at proofreading it, and I have said some really weird things, like really weird things to people. And in live, like I know I've like said things when I'm talking in Miss Coffee's live or in Jeremy's, and they're like trying to read what I wrote, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have proofread what I just typed and submitted. Mickey Sunshine said I was told I had lupus, turned out to be fibromyalgia. They told me the same thing, actually. Same thing. One of the other things they said they thought I had was lupus. And then I got tested for it, and I do not have lupus, but I do have fibromyalgia. And fibromyalgia is no joke. It's no joke. When it's like, because I'll have like, I don't know, what do you call it? Like I'll have episodes, I guess would be the right word, of it. And I'll have times where I literally go and I'm doing really, really good and I'm feeling good and I'm not it's not like getting to me at all. And then I have weeks where it is just takes everything in me to do what I need to do. And, but it can always be worse. That's what I try to remind myself. It can always be worse. All right. So, I'm still Sapphire and will be for a while. That's okay. Mistress says, hi, Miss Coffee. My belly is still sore from laughing at you last night. Oh my gosh. Right there with you, little Miss Pris. I was laughing so hard. I can't remember what she said at one point. I was actually drinking. I took a drink and I choked. She made me choke, Miss Coffee. I can't remember what you said though. That's gonna bug me. Because there was lots of things that you said that were funny. You always make me laugh. But there was one thing in particular that really got me. And I was Maddie was laughing at it too. And then she was laughing at me because I was choking. Which I do a lot. Anytime I try to take my medication, which is what I was doing, like I almost like I'm really bad at taking pills. And I almost like psych myself out when I'm trying to take them. And so then I was trying to take them and then I was listening and I laughed and I choked on it at the same time because I like swallowed right when she said it. And then my daughter was laughing at me because I choke on my meds all the time. And no need to apologize, Miss Coffee. I'd rather choke rather choke and laugh than not laugh at all. Laughing is the best medicine. Ariel says, I can vouch that she said some interesting things via Messenger. To be fair, we pretty much equal each other out, though, with typos. Yes, we do. Oh, man. Yeah. Because I do. I literally, I am too lazy to text. And so I will talk it. And I don't always read it. And I have said some funny things to Ariel. Granted, she has said some funny things to me, too. So like she said, we kind of cancel each other out with typos. But usually, like, we've talked enough now, though, I think that we kind of can know what each other meant. And so a lot of times we won't even correct ourselves anymore because we pretty much know what each other means. But congratulations, Crystal, on becoming a Sapphire last night. Little Miss Pris says, I bought the tree on my no-buy. Well, you know what? I don't know. I'm about ready to do a no-buy or something, but not include Diamond Art Club because I don't know if I could do that. Now, granted, if they were like not doing the releases like they've been doing now for quite a few months, I could do it. But when they're releasing these new ones all the time, I don't know how anybody can do a no-buy. I'm sorry to hear about that, Nikki. I had a pretty bad one a few weeks ago, and it was it took a lot out of me. But some of mine, when my fibromyalgia gets bad a lot too, is I know this about myself, but I do it anyways. When I don't sleep, which I don't sleep a lot, but when I really don't sleep much, I do notice I have more more flare-ups. And my doctor was getting on me about it, and it was like, when you don't sleep, that's actually you're like giving yourself brain damage. And I'm like, oh, that's a lovely way of looking at it. He's like, it's true. You actually give yourself brain damage when you're not getting enough sleep. And I'm like, well, my body forces me to sleep a lot. So he's like, yeah, that's because your brain needs it so bad. You actually have like micro sleep where you fall asleep just for like a couple seconds and you might not even know you fell asleep. And I have done that before. I also I'll fall asleep while I'm diamond painting. I did last night and woke up with black drills stuck all over my face. I should have taken a picture, but I have that one picture. If you have not seen it, it's hilarious, of me with drills all over my face. And there's like one that's like almost up my nose because I fell asleep while diamond painting. My husband laughs at me all the time. He gets up in the morning, and he'll come over to my desk where I'm sitting, and he'll really like nicely wake me up. He's like, you we're looking like you're gonna fall over in your chair. You should probably go lay down. I'm like, yeah, I probably should, but I literally force myself to stay awake a lot of times, which I know is not good, but I do it. I get really nervous at night, and for my daughter when she's asleep, because if she's asleep, she doesn't feel her blood sugar is going off. And my doctor, or my counselor, was my psychologist, was like, you literally need to kind of own up to the fact that you basically have PTSD from, my daughter has had 2 seizures at nighttime from her blood sugars just tanking and dropping down like into the low 20s. And when that happened, it was like the scariest moment of my entire life. And now I like, even though she's been good for a while, I tend to just, I don't know, it gets in my head, and then I like convince myself like, oh well, I need to be awake to check on her, and then I don't sleep good, which isn't good for me either. But we will be getting a new little piece of machinery here soon that will literally alarm when her blood sugar is dropping. So even before she goes low, it'll tell me. And it sounds like a fire alarm. We had it for a while. And so I'm really excited to get that, because Lincoln, he's really good at alerting me. But I'm still trying to get him in the habit of sleeping with her all the time, because he sleeps with me a lot. Where Maya, we have pretty much at home, she doesn't do much alerting anymore at night, because she has been, well, she's getting older for one, and she's been sick lately, and she has just needed that sleep where she's not able to like be woke. It doesn't wake her up. The smell doesn't wake her up anymore to come and alert me, but Lincoln still does. So I know I have them, and so sometimes I just need to learn to just rely on that, but it's still hard. I still go in randomly. I'll check her blood sugar, and then I'll check and make sure that, you know, both of them are doing okay. Miss Coffee said it last night. Actually, I think that she had a friend or something that had lost a child to SIDS, and that she goes in and checks her kids, make sure they're still breathing. I have done that ever since my kids were really like babies. I remember when they were babies, going into their crib and just standing there with my hand on their chest, like feeling them, you know, take in a breath and out of breath. And I just am paranoid. I'm just one of those paranoid people. But yeah, I deal with it as best I can, and I try to yeah, I don't know. It just is. It is what it is. But yes, my dogs have, well, Maya, she has saved my daughter's life on 2 occasions, and you know, I cannot thank her enough for doing that. One of the times I was sick with a really bad cold, and she had dropped down really low, and she came to alert me, but I was sick, so I was kind of out of it, and I must have just was like, yeah, okay, Maya, whatever, or something, I don't know. Well, when my daughter's blood sugar continued to drop, she literally jumped on me, on my chest, and barked in my face to wake me up. And Maya don't do that. She does not bark unless somebody's at the door, and she does not jump on you, and she does not even get on the couch. Even if we invite her on the couch, she's like, you know, was all, nope. Because the first family she lived with didn't let her on the couch. And so even though we do, she still like has that entrained in her brain, like that she can't be on the couch. But anyways, so yeah, she has definitely saved my daughter's life. So welcome, Sariva. Hold on. Then he took it back, and anxiety from it can get really bad. It was Ophelia. He took it back, told me I had Look of wanting to buy art supplies. Hold on. I gotta go back up. I think I missed something. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, Mallory said it's a mom thing. Yeah, it is. I think a lot of moms do that, especially when they're babies. Maddie had, when I had her, she was 3.5 weeks early, but she was delivered by cesarean because she was breech. And when the doctors pulled her out of me, apparently she took like a really big breath of amniotic fluid. And so she was fine for about the first 45 minutes. And then all of a sudden, she just stopped breathing and her oxygen dropped to like 50%. And they had to intubate her and transfer her to a different hospital. And she was in the NICU for 9 days, so not too bad compared to a lot of babies. But it was because of her breathing. And so when we brought her home, I remember being like just terrified of her stopping breathing. And it was really hard for a while. Really, really hard for a while. Because at the hospital, when you're there with them at the hospital, you just look up at that monitor and you're like, oh yeah, she's got, 96, 98, 100% oxygen or whatever. And then you take them home and there's nowhere to look up like that their oxygen is good. So it took me a little time to get used to that. But yeah. Right. Wish there was more out there to help us. Mickey, are you talking about fibromyalgia? I'm guessing you are. Because if you are, I totally agree. There's not much there. There is not much there. I've tried a couple different medications to help it, and it just I don't know. They didn't seem to work much for me. I kind of have to just get through it. So because I cannot take narcotics, and so when I'm having a bad episode of it, ibuprofen, Tylenol, that kind of stuff. But I wish that I wish there was pain meds that didn't act like pain meds. You know what I mean? Like, I wish there was a pain medication that didn't have the narcotic side effects to it. Because, yeah. I mean, I do take something called gabapentin. It is a nerve medication. And that does help, but it still doesn't do as much as I'd like some days. But, that's okay. I'm alive and well, and that's good. So I try not to dwell on it. I try not to think about it. I really try hard to be positive as much as I can, because when you're not and you're kind of like, I don't know, woe is me, or I don't know. Even with my daughter, we talk about it a lot. Like, I'm thankful that all she has is type 1 diabetes. Like, I'm thankful for that, because when she was diagnosed, there was a friend she met when we were there that had cancer. And it was this little girl, was 5 years old, and she was dying of cancer. And it was like, at least this, I know you can live a healthy, normal life. Granted, you just have to do a little bit more than the average person does. But so we try to look at it that way. She was so sweet. She got diagnosed December 5th. And so it was around Christmas time. And I remember we went every Christmas Eve. We would go out and look at the lights. They would get in their pajamas, and we would take them out. We'd go look at Christmas lights. We'd drive around. And we were talking about, like, okay, if you could have one Christmas wish, what would it be? And of course, that year, diabetes was definitely like right on our minds, because she had just been diagnosed. And me, my son, and my husband all said a cure for diabetes. My mom is also a type 1 diabetic as well. And so anyways, it's Maddie's turn. We're like, so Maddie, what would yours be? And of course, we're thinking she's going to say diabetes, and she's like, I'd have to say a cure for cancer. And we said, oh. We said, why do you say that? And she goes, well, Mom, they're a lot sicker than I am, so they need that wish more than I do. And I'm up in the front trying not to cry because I'm like a baby about it. And I'm like, she just has the kindest heart sometimes. It just blows me away. And so, yeah, I'm in the front seat like, oh, that's a good wish. Like, try not to like just start crying. But yeah, and if I'm emotional and I think of that story, oh, it could make me cry, even though it was 5 years ago. Like, it can still make me cry. Just because, yeah, she just tends to think about the other person first. And I don't think that's something that can just be taught. I think that because my kids, I tell you, I have raised them the exact same way. I mean, obviously one's a girl, one's a boy, but I have raised them, me and my husband, you know, they have the same parents, same genes, same surroundings, all that stuff. But she just has something in her that has her thinking about the other person before her. And my son is definitely more like, you know, me. And he's always just kind of been that way. And you can only teach so much, you know what I mean? Some of it, I think, is just they're born with a good heart. Grant, I'm not saying he doesn't have a good heart. He does. He cares about people. He loves people. He's just, he definitely thinks of himself a little more than she does. All right, I'm going to go back over here. There is this med we dispense for infantile seizures that can actually cause blindness, and it really makes me sad anytime I see it. Oh, that is really sad. Okay, hold on. My husband has a character in his back. What do you mean a character? Was that a mistype or am I just nuts? Yeah, and Diane also, yeah, talking does help sometimes. Venting to somebody, especially somebody else who gets it. You know, I think that it does kind of take that pressure away. My counselor always tells me like talking about it takes the power away from it. You know, it gets it out of your head. And even though, like, yeah, I don't go around talking about it all the time. Most of my health stuff, depression, all that kind of stuff, I don't really talk about. A lot of people are like, what? You have depression? I'm like, yeah, just because I'm, you know, might not seem like it on the outside to you does not mean that I don't deal with it. I get that all the time. Or people will be like, you don't have depression. I'm like, how would you know? Like, are you in my head? Because I am a pretty happy person. But yeah. Hold on. So I seem very new to diamond painting. I ordered my first kit back in August, so got them in about mid-September. Before I was finished with my first one, I was order more. I also spent 3 to 4 days at college. So Donnell, let me tell you, I don't even know how many actually diamond paintings that I have in my stash that I know I mean I have enough diamond paintings to get me through a few years for sure. And I was the same way when I very first started. Before I was done with my first one, I had already ordered like 3 more to come. Like it's a very it's an addicting like habit, not just to do it but to buy them. Like you get addicted to buying the paintings, you get addicted to buying the goodies that go with it and all that stuff. So yeah. Miggy says the side effects of some drugs is worse than the condition they treat. 100% agree with you. 100%. That's why a lot of that crap I don't like taking. If it hasn't been around for a long time, then it makes me nervous. Like I was on Zantac for my heartburn, and it just got taken off because apparently it causes cancer. So, woohoo! The seizures are severe enough that the blindness is preferable. Yeah, and like Ariel said, so if the benefits outweigh the risks, that's what you have to look at. Like, is blindness better than having a grand mal seizure that could kill you? Absolutely. So there are definitely things that like even if it has bad side effects, that those side effects are more preferred over what the condition is itself. But then there's other things that the condition is more livable than the side effects could be. So it kind of can go both ways, and you just kind of have to look at it that way. But I choose to get smaller size paintings so that they are easy to travel with to work. In my slow times between classes, I have to finish 2 of 4 of the original kits that I have bought. Yep, smaller ones are easier for that, for sure. Moving around. When I'm working on a smaller one, sometimes I'll even go sit on the couch while I'm working on it, that kind of stuff. Ariel says, Beth, they obviously can sense the serotonin levels in your brain. Duh. Oh, I guess so. They have a serotonin meter in them because they're just, that's their magical power, must be that they read serotonin levels. You mistype a curvature in his back. Oh, okay. I was going to say, character? Are you talking about a tattoo? Like, I was confused. A curvature in his back. Youch. Yeah, I have some back issues, but I ain't going to go into all that crap. I ain't going into all that. If I would dwell on the MS, I'd probably be in a nursing home. Exactly. Exactly. You just one day at a time, and you deal with what you can at the time, and that's all you can do. Painting, waiting for delivery. It was hell. I went a week without a painting. Oh, man. A week without a painting, I probably would go nuts. I think I would. And Debbie says, got to see me through all of it. I am so glad because, yeah, I feel the exact same way with everything I've been through. You know, it's like, his leaning on that is what gets you through it. The third one is Soulmates I have been working on, which is Confetti Hell. Oh, yeah, Soulmates is. I did that one. That was one of the first ones I did. Came the week I pulled Soulmates to the back burner and started a special drill owl and a special drill. I love the special drills, like especially in between a project, or if you've had one that's kind of like stressful. Yeah. Every time I get a package, my mom says, seriously, don't you have enough? I tell her nope. And oh, I have more coming. Mwahaha. That's hilarious. My daughter. So they're in her closet, and she told my husband, she's like, they were in there working on the closet, doing something. I don't know. She looked up, and only my diamond art clubs are in the closet. But there's quite a few of them, like maybe 40 in there. I'm not sure. But anyway, she's like, yep, I think mom's going to make us go bankrupt. Like when she was talking about it. And obviously that's not the case. But seriously, like I know I've got a lot, and they're always like, really, Mom? Really? You need to be on a no buy. Like, I can't be from Diamond Art Club right now. That's not possible. I just ordered the package, the drill purse thing, and the pencil case. And oh, actually, I ordered it a while ago. I just haven't got it yet. But I'm hoping to get it very, very soon. But okay, so with a little bit of time left, I am going to show you guys some of my new stuff. So I'm going to put this to the side. Actually, I'm just going to do this. Hold on a minute. No, hold on. Is there much sticky here? No, there's really not. Okay, I'll do that in a sec. So I already showed you the Harry Potter pens. If you missed that, here they are real quick. There are 3 of them. There's Harry Potter. There's, I'm going to say I'm wrong, so don't shoot me. Herminia or Herminia, I don't know, whatever her name is. And then Dibbledore for Dibbledore, I don't know, something like that. So there's those 3. I've got coffee beans. How fun are these? They look so much like a coffee bean. Little coffee beans. So those are, and if you don't know what a cover minder is, if you are new to diamond painting, A cover minder is these things I have here. So this little kitty here I have on my painting right now has a magnet on the back. That magnet hooks to another magnet that's underneath my painting, and it keeps my my cover opened. So that's what cover minders do. They work to keep your covers opened, so that they're not constantly falling back into your or onto where you're working. There's also cover minders that do that and also hold trash. So like this one is what I have right now, holding my trash. My most popular ones though that I have that I literally was running out of like continuously was the wash basin one, but I have now a bunch of them. I stock ordered them, so I will not run out anytime soon. But so this is the most popular trash collector wash cover minder. And then the other one that's pretty popular for catching trash is my little, this is an actual metal garbage can that the lid opens and then closes. That's another one that's really popular. So, and then I have some buckets and some other things that do the trash collecting when you're working on a piece. So we've got, and I won't have time to get through all of them, but that's okay. I will show you next time, and they'll also be on the Etsy store. So if you're into spiders, look at this guy. I'm not a big spider fan. But my daughter was like, you have to get that, Mom. It's so cool. Like the back is actually really pretty. And if I was into spiders, I think I would like this one. But I don't really like spiders that much. But that's okay. That's okay. To each their own, right? Then we've got, now all of these ones I'm showing you right now there's only one of them because they're on like they're kind of original, and I might get more, but I might not. So if you really like them, get them before you lose them, basically. There's a little starfish. And this one is in like a tear shape. It's really pretty. Blue glitter. Then we've got a fox. Very cute fox. And then we've got a seahorse. I love the seahorse. Yeah, Ariel says, I see a seahorse. Love. Yeah, I love this. I love the color. Now, this blue, even in my camera, it's beautiful, but seriously, in person, it's even more beautiful. It is so pretty. I really, really like the blue. Then going on up, we've got very pretty snowflake. Yes, Christmas is coming. So is winter. I already showed you these, but I'll show you really quick again, just in case you were not in here yet. But there is the Hello Kitty donut and the Hello Kitty mug. And then we've got that one, and let's see, what's the other one? There it is. Okay, so we've got the llama, the whole body llama. Then we've got just the llama head. Then we've got the llama in the hello heart. And then we've got the comment bubble thing, no drama. So the no drama llama, those would be really cute together, getting like the no drama and then having the llama like right by each other. Yep, super cute. I don't think I'll show you every single one of these because there's just too many different little ones, but I'll just show you a few. If you're into tools or know somebody who is, like these are super cute little tools. Then I really liked this one. Especially like this is the one I needed this when I was working on Nefertiti. If you can't see that, it says don't quit. So don't you quit. I only have one of these, so if you're a big sword person, then get it before it's gone. So I can't promise this one will come back. That was another one my daughter was like, you have to get that, Mom. Ice skate, because yes, we are coming on the season. Little ice skates. Little tiny, just plain old silver snowflake. Then if you are interested in Tinkerbell, which I know some people are very interested, they like really like Tinkerbell, then you will like this one. If I can get it to be ready, hold on. This piece is being a stinker. Ah, falling out. I didn't glue her skirt in yet, so there we go. Okay, so here is Tinkerbell. So there are 3 different positions that she is in. She's standing, kind of bending over, and then sitting. See if I can get close, and then maybe my camera will. There we go. Focus a little bit better. So there's Tinkerbell. Then, again, this is the season coming up. We've got baby Jesus in the manger. We've got Joseph. We've got Mary. We've got the donkey and the angel. And there is, I didn't pick it up apparently. There's also the little sheep. I love this one. He's so cute. Come on, camera. Show the cuteness. Show the cuteness. Oh, come on. Don't be a butthead to me now. Come on. Come on. Put you right on your face. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? It might not work. It might be too, like the color might be too off. Trust me though, this little guy's face is adorable. There are a bunch of different colored snowman heads. Kind of fun. I showed you this one. So this is the one that you can open up and put your wax inside, or you could put drills inside. I don't care what you put inside of it, but it has just enough room that you could put one wax here, one wax there, and then it magnets closed. I'll show you just a couple of these. There are 6 different glass horses. So if you're a horse fan, there they are. They're very cute. I really like this set. Now, you can buy this as a set, or you can just buy them separately because I'll list them both ways. But there's a tree, a bunny, a fox, a squirrel, and a little bird. If I can get them all on my hand together, it would be wonderful. So there they are. I love that tree. And yes, little Robin. Where is Horsey Hooves or Pastelli? So Miss Coffee, her cousins are here, and so she is actually in there spending time with her cousins right now, which is why she is not in here yakking at you guys. She was very excited though last night when you read her name and then you were talking about her. She was like, "Ah, Miss Coffee was talking about me." She was very happy about that. Okay, so there's some feathers because Miss Coffee, she loves you. If I'm at home and I'm doing anything like sitting down, can we put, if I'm listening to you or something, can we put her on the TV, Mom? Can we put Miss Coffee on the TV? Can we listen to Miss Coffee? Does she have a new whip and chat? Like, she loves you. Okay. Then we've got a few new, let's see. This one, I love this one. This one I just got, and it is a Christmas tree. And so it stands up. Isn't that cute? I love that one. I was really excited. I'm going to have to work with these because I've got a bunch of these ones. They look like this. I mean, they're different. They're different. There's like gingerbread, there's snowmen, there's stockings. But the thing is, they do have sparkles on them, as you can see. And one thing I say, I will not send a cover minder out to you if those sparkles could possibly come off onto your canvas. I just will not do it. And so I gotta, even though like I've been rubbing at them a little bit and the sparkles, they're not horrible, but they still are coming off a little bit, if you could see that glim. So I'm gonna have to work with those to see if I can close or seal that so that it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't. And I already showed you these ones. I'll show you these ones really quick because these are my favorites that I have of my Christmas sets. And these are already up on the Etsy store, but I love these little Christmas cupcakes or winter cupcakes or just cupcakes in general. I just love the cupcakes. And now that's what I was thinking I was doing. I'm probably just going to put some polyacrylic clear coat over it just to keep the sparkles inside. And that way they don't come off. This is one of my other favorites that we have up on the shop already, which is the ice skates. I used to ice skate growing up. Also, Thanksgiving. I know I've showed you this before, but I'll show you him again. Mr. Turkey Boy here, sitting up there. Sit on your painting while you work. Let's see here. There is only one of these. And we'll see if my camera will focus on it. It was being really, really, I'm not going to spend a ton of time if it won't. There we go. Isn't that not absolutely beautiful? Love it. Absolutely gorgeous. This is one of my probably all-time favorites. Okay, I do also, I know I showed you them. I do have more. I've got Elsa and Olaf here. Where's Olaf? Here's Olaf. Olaf. And, oh goodness. And Anna. I have more of these coming. I probably will have them on Monday. And I also have more of the Ariel ones if you would like. I do have a couple right now of the Diamond Art Club inhalers that are already made that are like kind of specialty colors, which I really like the colors. The pink one especially. This pink one right here, it was the Hello Kitty color. That's what it was called, Hello Kitty pink. And that is the last one I can make of this color because I am out and they do not make that anymore. So, yeah. These ones, I have a few colors in them. I will be getting more, but I think I have 6 other colors, 6 or 7 colors. So a little macaroon, so they just sit just like this on your plate or on your place. So if you like actually they're called macarons. That's what they're actually pronounced. My daughter used to get on me on that because I said it wrong, but there is I love this tree. Very pretty Christmas tree. Very blingy Christmas tree. And I know I showed you, I think I showed you this one before. I'm going to show you it real quick again because it's so cute. It's a gingerbread. It's a little gingerbread house. It has, obviously, there's the roof of it. Come on, camera, come on. There we go. So there's the roof of it. Side, front, back, and then side. So little gingerbread house. And then let me see. I had one other, couple Christmas ones here. A little Christmas house and Christmas stocking with like snowmen on it. I love that one. That one's super cute. Tree, and these are metal. These ones are all metal. Come on, come on. There we go. So those ones are metal. Then we got Santa with his sack of toys, and the snowflake, and I think I already showed you those last week, so I won't go into those ones again. And I think the only other main ones I was going to show you. So I got some fun ones that if you're on a budget but still want to get a couple, little cover binders, then I definitely have some that'll be up this week that are just, they just kind of look cool. Just colors and fun things that'll be $1 or under. So all of these guys will be either $1 or under. So there will be, I'm going to get a budget section this week going. The other ones I was going to show you last week and wasn't able to because I could not find them, which I still have more I haven't showed you all, but there's only so much time in a day. So I'm going to show you some of these real quick, not showing you all of them because there's way too many to show you. But I just want you guys to kind of get an idea for it to see. So these are interchangeable cover binders. They are, you get the pendant and a charm. They come with the pendant and the charm, and you can choose the charm. But the cool thing is, so I was using this one, but if I want to just change the look without having to change the cover binder, all you have to do is pop this off, this top piece off. So it comes off just like that, very easy. Then I'm going to pick another one. Here's a kitty. I want to change it to a kitty. I grab a different charm, snap it in, and I have a whole new cover binder. How cute is that cat? Seriously. So they're really fun because you can change them. You can get a ton of them, but have the same like pendant in the back. So if you want to change the look up, but you don't want to have to keep changing the cover binder itself, then you can do that. Nicole, no, I was not able to find any, but I have some Seahawks tattoos on order, so I will be making some new ones. So as soon as I have those made, I already have a note to myself to message you about that. So with the charms, like I said, I have this whole thing is full of charms. So no, I'm not going to show you every single one. And I will be working on getting these all up on the site. There's trees, there's unicorns, there's horses, there's owls, there's birds. And they're just really beautiful colors. They're just really pretty. I really like this one. I'm a green fan. So there's that. There's cats, lots of different cats. There's kittens, there's orange cats, there's just different like patterns. See if my camera will pick that up. So those are birds patterns, but anyways, like I said, there is just a ton of them, and I have more coming. I like this one too. It's one of my favorite ones. Come on, camera. There we go. So basically, it's just an interchangeable cover minder, and I have dogs coming. I already got the cats, the unicorns. I'm getting Christmas, like really elegant looking Christmas trees that will be here soon. So anyways, it's just kind of a cool new idea that you could change it up without having to change the whole thing. And I think that's really all of the new ones that I've got that I wanted to show you all tonight. Now, by next week, I'm sure I'll have more. I did get these two are going to be like singles. Like I'm not going to be buying more. They actually were sent to me, I think, just to try out. I don't know. The company just sent them with the other ones I ordered. So there's, if you really like cherries or you really like peppers, get it while it's there. Because I might order the cherries. I don't know. We'll see what you guys think. But I think the cherries are really cute. I don't know if I would order the peppers. I just don't feel like there's enough need for that, I guess. There is this one, and this one will be a single as well. This will be the only one that I will have. It's just a little penguin. Little tiny sparkly penguin. And this sparkle on this one does not come off. Otherwise, I would not send it to you, like I said. Because I care that what you're putting on your painting, that I don't send you something that's going to get, you know, glitter onto your painting that you don't want there. I think that's important. So I have seen a couple people. Mallory says she wants the butterfly. Sareba says she wants the penguin. If you guys are serious that you want any of these that I have shown you, especially the ones that are singles, message me on Etsy as soon as you know you want it. And what I will do is I will put that listing as sold out until you are ready to buy it. And then I will I'll relist it so that you can purchase it, and I will hold them for you guys up until Monday. So I kind of like to give my subscribers and my viewers kind of the first shot at things, I guess, firsthand at getting some of the things. The other thing I am going to be giving all of you tonight, and the it will start tomorrow, is I'm going to give all of you guys 10% off. So that's your entire order, 10% off of your entire order. And that code will be SHINE10. So capital S, capital H, capital I, capital N, capital E, 10. So SHINE10 is the coupon code. That will start tomorrow, and it will go through Tuesday. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, you have the chance to get 10% off of your entire order. And don't forget, that doesn't start until tomorrow because I don't know when I'll be able to jump on and get that all in the computer, like done. And so, yeah, so 10% off from Sunday through Tuesday. And don't forget, if you do want something, to let me know tonight or tomorrow or as soon as possible if you really want it, so that you don't lose it. Because I do usually have people messaging me afterwards, letting me know which ones they want that are like singles. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I know there was some kind of chaos sound in the background. Hopefully it wasn't too loud for you guys. I know for me a couple times I was like, whoa, okay. Kind of threw me off track a little bit there, but you know, we get through it. So, but yeah, that is all I have for you tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I so appreciate it. I love hanging out with you all. I will be scheduling another late night whip and chat again soon. That was a lot of fun on Halloween, hanging out with you guys after trick-or-treating. But I will be, of course, every Saturday. I am here at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you are in Eastern, that is 3 hours different. I'm 3 hours under you. And then if you are Central, I believe it's 2 hours. So, yeah. So that is all I have, though. And I do say, if you would love to continue to hang out and watch another diamond painter channel, Jeremy Fryer goes on. He's on probably already. He goes on at 8 o'clock. He is really, I like watching him, and I usually jump on his right after I'm done. So if you want to keep hanging out, go ahead and go and find him. And don't forget, as always, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think. So with that, keep shining. I will see you guys next time. Bye.